Welcome, Scorpio, to Miss Amazing Tarot. Hope all of you are doing well, vibing high, being amazing as you are. The energy that I picked up for you prior to start is, you know how that old saying, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And you really ain't been saying much, because it's either you ain't got nothing nice to say and you gonna hurt somebody's feelings, or you just don't give a fuck. But people giving a fuck because you don't give a fuck. And it's just like, why you give a fuck that I don't give a fuck? But it's because you're quiet. You kind of isolating yourself. Keeping to yourself, ain't really been saying much. Because it was like, this conversation ain't ended in a check. Why am I putting my energy into it? Why? We ain't talking about solutions. Why are we talking? I ain't got nothing to say. Because I know at some point I'm gonna hurt your feelings if I really speak my mind. Almost, it's just like people feel a little bothered by you staying to yourself. Universe, angels, ancestors, spirit, to the gods. What y'all got going on up there? This foolishness that Scorpio got to deal with. Clearly. Please forgive my printer in the background. It's deciding what it wants to do, when it wants to do it, as far as printing these documents out. It's taking its sweet ass time. So I figured let me go ahead and put my energy somewhere else. And of course, soon as I start focusing on something else, now they wanna. And that could be the energy. Soon as you start focusing on yourself, living your life, worried about you and the pot that you piss in, not everybody want to hoot and holler. Universe. That's because they sitting in this energy. Broken, having nightmares, feeling shattered. It says failure there, so look at that. Hopeless. And look at that, you see that slide? Glow up. Why? Because they was too busy chasing the thrills. It was cool when they did it. It's a problem when you did it. And that's why you saying fuck them. You ain't got shit to say. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. That's why Scorpio quiet, if you wanted to know. Universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides. What's going on this weekend for Scorpio? What is Friday the 17th, Saturday the 18th, and Sunday the 19th? What's going on? Focusing on you. Healing, introspection, meditation. Minding the business that pays you. Meanwhile, somebody on the emotional roller coaster. They ain't know how deep it got. They didn't realize how deep you got. Many of you could be possibly doing your self-care meditation. The weather's kind of, deciding that it wanna fuck with us. So you may be going out for a walk, getting close to water. It just made me think about Dodge Park. You could be going on a hiking trail, because they got trails, and then they also have the river, and then you can rent a canoe. So many of you are just focusing on yourself, pouring into yourself. You're not really bothered, and they puzzled by it. People are puzzled. What Scorpio got going on? Nothing. Just chilling. Universe. And baby, you talking about the salt. Watch your high blood pressure now. Blood pressure may be high. Don't forget to take your medication, especially your water pills. They are stressing like a mother. Man, stressing. Because they was too busy procrastinating. Time has ran out. You've given something enough time, and now you're focusing on yourself. Like, you know what? I'm not about to keep pouring into a cup that got holes in it. Patch your shit up, a.k.a. when you fixing your own cup and you sealing those cracks and those holes, that's doing self-care, introspection, meditation, taking accountability, cleaning up some shit in your life. Ain't nobody about to be pouring into a cup that got cracks and crevices all in it and everything else. Because you ain't going to be able to hold nothing. You ain't did the work to hold nothing. Now the time has run out. And Scorpio minding the business that pays them. Now people got a problem. People salty. They got headaches. They stressing out. Oh, woe with me. Woe with me. Coming up with all types of excuses, denial, running from their problems, trying to escape their problems. Yeah, it will burn you out. You will feel empty and drained. And that's why Scorpio is focusing on themselves. Because they ain't got time. They ain't got time. T.I. said it best. If it ain't about the money, don't be hitting me up. I ain't getting up. If it ain't, I said it at the very beginning. If the conversation ain't ending in a check, you ain't got time for it. You're not pouring your energy into it. Healing, self-care, meditation. What's going on here? Of course, the docs fall. World. Closing out cycles. No longer participating or dealing with people that no longer serves you. You came to see, you saw, and you out. Time to close out this cycle. Completion, wholeness, celebration of life. So you've been doing the work, and now that this cycle has closed, you're beginning a new cycle. Some people salty. Oh, okay. While you positivity, pleasure, happiness, joy, rebirth, success, celebration. Oh, man, that wheel is turning. And life is kicking. Karma is riding their ass. See, because when you was dealing with what you was dealing with and focusing on yourself and getting down to the root of the problem, people wasn't fucking with you. They was telling you all types of shit. Go live your life, do this, do that. You shouldn't do this. But meanwhile, you hunkered down, you did the work. You took accountability, you faced yourself in the mirror, and you did the work, aka introspection, meditation. What is it that I need to change? What do I need to heal? Do I need to focus on myself, self-care, or am I looking for everybody else to care for myself? And now that that wheel is turning and the sun is shining, yeah, salty, tension, oh, it's brewing. Oh, it's brewing. Like I said, you hunkered down and you did the work. You kept going regardless of what people said, regardless of how they talked about you, regardless of how they treated you. Because see, what we know, what goes around comes around. Now some people angry, being a little petty. Scorpios can be the petty kings and queens. I would advise you cross-watch it. That ain't what you want to do. But Scorpios in this energy like, I ain't even got shit to say. I'm picking my battles and this ain't one of them. You got cracks and holes all in your cup. What I'm about to go back and forth with you for? You're stressed out. You've been procrastinating, wasting time. What the hell am I go back and forth with you for? Again, you progress. Your ships are coming in because you did the work. Right before the Three of Wands is the Two of Wands. Choosing a path. Am I going to keep dealing with this? Or I'm going to take a new path and go down yonder and see what's down this road? Am I going to venture off and, disconnect from things that no longer serve me, that's not pouring into my cup? They just got their hand out expecting me to pour into theirs? Nah, we ain't doing that. We're just going to walk away from the situation. You can keep you and your broken cups. They don't like that. They don't like that. Salty. Pink Himalayan salts. Kosher. Okay. Rock salt. Salty. This person is bitter, angry, being petty. Oh, okay, good luck. Seven of Wands. Scorpio don't care. They're standing on their boundaries. And that could be why they mad too, because you standing firm on your convictions. You're not swaying for nobody. You done been there, done that. And that's the reason why you put those boundaries in place. You done learned a thing or two, possibly 3. And you're protecting yourself. Now, that's also saying maintain and control too. That healing, you've learned how to maintain control, not to give your energy to people, places, and the things that don't serve you. Like, what me going back and forth with you is going to do what? 2 can play that game. We ain't about that energy transfer shit. We not about to return the sender. And that's why they got a headache. 10 of Wands, you were standing firm. I'm not picking up nobody's wands. These not my burdens. These not my these extra responsibilities, burdens, these blockages. No. Somebody could have a lot on their plate. 7 of Cups. Oh, somebody think you blocking them because you're exploring options. You got double 7s here. That's why they worried. Strength card. Empress. No, you just focused. That inner strength. That's Scorpio all day. You are protecting your growth. You are focused on your abundance. Your development, moving forward. This right here, your influence or your energy, this divine feminine, and we just go say and or masculine energy, the influence, your inner strength, but your influence that you have. You see how the angel is, trying to help the lion there. So this could be somebody who roars, Leo energy, loud, got to be the center of attention. They can want your attention, but you ain't giving it. You have this subtle power about your energy when you step in the room, especially with this Empress, and you're not getting up off your throne to deal with bullshit. You done work too hard. Empress, think about all the stages she had to go through. Queen of Wands. Queen of Swords. Queen of Wands, that karmic energy. Queen of Swords, learning a thing or two, and then stepping into, you know what? I'm going to cut through the illusions. Use my discernment. Queen of Cups, focusing on self-love. Pouring into one's own cup. Loving on self. Self-care. Healing. Queen of Pentacles, secure, stable foundation, good parent, working parent. You taking care of home. Joan. Joan out there in the garden with her moo and talking to the birds. Queen of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. And now that you sit in that, some people are salty because you ain't coming to lick their wounds. Oh, okay. No wonder. Look at the bearded potbelly. Look at him. Smelling like belly button juice. Capricorn energy here. And this could be someone who's codependent. They rely on other people to take care of them, but they can't take care of them. They could be a little insecure. Used to toxic attachments. But with the devil here and the Empress, Scorpio, like 7 of Wands was the first card. Look, you got some problems. You got some shit you need to work out. How about I stand firm on my convictions, because I'm not picking those wands up. Not my sink, not my dishes. Seven of Cups, you can think what you want. You can think what you want. But I know that you know that I got that magic touch. But I'm definitely not about to, again, pour into somebody's cup who got cracks, holes, and crevices, all types of shit in it. No, no, no. And they stressing out because they can't feed off of your Empress energy. Am I telling the truth? Ace of Swords. This could be somebody who's always trying to, they're trying to win at all costs, trying to manipulate a situation. You're not about to make Scorpio feel bad for choosing them. Tension. They stressed out, got headaches, they worried. Okay. Four of Cups, because you ain't interested. You didn't. I always say 4 of Cups is that Sunshine Anderson. Heard it all before. The 3 Cups on the ground, you've heard it all before. You've been through it quite a few times. So you're not interested in taking the cup. You're not interested. It's gonna take more than a cup to woo Scorpio. And you, boy, is it causing conflict that you ain't batting the eye? Absolutely. It's stressing them the hell out, Scorpio. It's stressing them the hell out. That whatever this is, this disagreement, this tension, this strife, it ain't bothering you. You still glowing and growing. Glowing and growing. Healing, minding your ever-loving business. First card out was healing. 8 of Cups. Why did I hear this person is hoping. They're hoping you don't walk away, stressed about you walking away from a situation because it's been too much back and forth, push and pull. You no longer interested. All you are focused on is your healing. But there's fear here. Oh, it ain't fear. It's what they keep in secrets. Oh, double tens here. Things are turning around for you, Scorpio. And that could be their fear as well. The anxiety, the tension, the stress. Because it's just too much back and forth. So it's just like, I might as well just exit stage left. You can keep them cups. I'm good. So there's definitely some anxiety around there. Especially with the Wheel of Fortune. Because it's like, if I'm getting shitted on by the universe, that means Scorpio, what? 10 of Pentacles. What's under here? 3 of Cups. So I was thinking that soon as you walk away from a situation, some shit gonna turn around. And look at the 3 of Cups. Celebration, happiness, creativity. Temperance here with balance. Gonna bring everything back into balance. Judgment. I said as soon as you walk away, you're gonna walk right into happiness. And here they are going through some karma. You may have already walked away. You've been detaching. Each and every time there was an infraction, you detached even more. This could be someone who didn't trust their intuition. Instead, they fought against healing. Which now it's like 4 of Cups. You're no longer interested. Walking away, 8 of Cups. To vibe with your tribe and let the universe handle a situation. The reckoning. Oh boy. Oh boy, that may be what this time is right here. Somebody been running. And now they ain't got no more gas. They done ran out of gas. Feeling hopeless. Feeling hopeless. I said they need they need that nurturing. They need that energy from you, Scorpio. They want that energy. Needing to feed off of it. Why? Because their toxic ways put them in this Five of Pentacles of lack. Feeling left out in the cold. Can't be mad at Scorpio because you didn't make... Think about it like this. Up until Scorpio, we know, up until we came to that fork in the road where we had to choose, you want to keep doing it your way or you want to do it our way. It's like you've been thinking for yourself, Crosswatcher. You've been thinking for yourself all this time, and where has it gotten you? Don't you want to choose another way that's not going to end up in karma or feeling hopeless, feeling exhausted? Aren't you tired of making excuses and being in denial? Because all it's doing is causing friction. And not for Scorpio, because Scorpio did the work. First card was healing. Hopeless. Queen of Wands. King of Swords. They ain't showing. They ain't showing. They ain't showing it. But that King of Swords very stoic. Behind this offer, behind this straight face, this resting bitch face, yes, Queen of Wands, she's very attractive. She's a go-getter. Very little sass, zesty. You got that drive. You making head over heart decisions. And you're in this Nine of Pentacles. That's that Joan energy. Outside, I said, in your moo-moo and talking to the birds. I'm feeling, they're feeling hopeless. They're in this energy because of what they're going through, and they know they don't have much to offer. It's a fish in this cup. Page of Cups. Not too much. They can offer somebody who in the Nine of Cups. That's satisfaction with self. That's fat and happy. You rush home. Nine of Cups, you rush home to get that Pepsi. Especially when it got a little slush on it. You done put it in the freezer while you've been cooking your dinner and getting your snacks together and got that little slush on it. That's that Nine of Cups for Scorpio. Peace. Their honeycomb hideout. Their bubble. It ain't too much you can offer a person who's happy with self. Besides coming in with yourself being put together and you being happy with oneself. Not being in the devil energy of, you know, being codependent. I just heard leech. Succubus. King of Pentacles, there you are. I mean, King of Pentacles. Now, Taurus, King of Pentacles is Taurus energy. That is your polar opposite. So a lot of you could be focused on your security and your stability. Is money on the flow. Again, like I said, if the conversation ain't ended in a check, you will be talking about. What we talking about? Queen of Swords. Independent, clear boundaries, direct communication. You kicking it straight, no chasing to somebody about your new beginning. Or you're cutting through the illusions and confusion. Because again, you ain't about to burn out Scorpio. So you got your sword up because you know you have a new financial beginning on the horizon. And you know you can't be vibing with this energy right here. That's why you staying to yourself. What I say? That's exactly why you got your sword up, because you got a new financial beginning on the horizon, and this person is in the Five of Pentacles. Financial loss, lack mindset, worrying, need, poverty, insecurity. I mean, you got salty intention here. So whatever they've been doing, it ain't got shit to do with you. What grandma say? My name Bennett and I ain't in it. My name West and I ain't got nothing to do with that mess. What else is going on here? They losing sleep like a mug. Because you are isolating yourself. You are focused on your healing. I was talking to someone the other day, and I was telling them, I'm like, the best quote to give somebody: attitude reflect leadership. If you complain about my attitude, look at yourself. Look at how you leading this conversation. Look how you've been leading. Attitude reflect leadership. When you have a team, you're a supervisor, manager, shift lead, whatever. If your employees always got an attitude or they not really happy when you working that shit, maybe you need to take a look at yourself, how you handle it. Maybe you need to have a huddle. Maybe I used to do this with my kids. We used to have like a power hour on Fridays for an hour. We would sit and talk, meaning I would be quiet and they would tell me how they felt if I said something to them that pissed them off, just so they can get that out of their system and not hold it in. And after that conversation, I couldn't bring it up and I couldn't hold it against them. You can say it how you want. Now watch it. You know what I'm saying? But you can say how you really feel. But I get this is a person who ain't trying to hear it. They're not trying to hear it. They're about wasting time. You know what? They can feel like you're too busy. Your time. You're not giving this person any time or attention. And in all honesty, you could be running from them because you're picking up this energy. You're a little salty. You got a little anger issue. You need to pipe down. They worried, stressed out. No, I ain't got time for you to be laying that on me. I ain't did nothing to you. Scorpio, you been healing. So you ain't said nothing. At the very beginning, it's like if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And for many of you, you ain't been saying much. Because you really ain't got shit to say. Your silence. I know. I know. You're turning your back on a divine masculine. You're like, you know what? Jig's up. The jig is up. What else is... Boy, oh boy. What else is going on? Ooh, it still came out. And I just said, you may be too busy. Why would you want to? You would run away from this energy because you turning your back. You don't want to be connected to somebody who always stressing you out, always bitter, angry, salty about some stuff. Yep. Secluding yourself, soul searching. And maybe that's why you're turning your back, because this person need to do some soul searching. They need to sit down somewhere and reflect. Why am I in this situation? And be honest with yourself. Did you make the choice or the decision that put you in this situation? Okay, so why is that Scorpio's problem? Because they're not nurturing you. They're not mothering your wounds. They're not Sinclair to your Overton. Was that the same energy you gave Scorpio? Because I'm pretty sure you were still expecting Scorpio to show up when they couldn't even show up for themselves. And now that Scorpio is showing up for themselves, self-care, healing, turning their back, pouring into their own cup, focusing on themselves. Now you all stressed out. Aw, tighten up, buttercup. Legal matters. So they can have some things going on. Not your sink, not your dishes. That could be why you turning your back. You put yourself in this situation. Karmic ties. Ooh. So they could have created some karmic ties, and now it's in the hands of the law. And they're a little stressed out, a little salty, a little angry. So they got shit going on the outside, focusing on you, wanting your energy, feeling hopeless, feeling burnt out, wasted time, made excuses. Wrong that. Queen of Wands there, though. There could be a Queen of Wands, another party, karmic ties here. You do have divorce, property, criminal paternity, traffic ticket, child support. So that could be stressing them out as well. There's some things, especially if they have a child with this person. It could be some child support issues going on with somebody they created karmic ties with. Again, not your business. Not your business. Sex addiction, there it is. So they was running out slanging, popping pee, and now they paying the cost for it. But they upset with you and not themselves for the position they put themselves in. They upset with you because you turning your back. Oh, okay. I miss you. I bet you do. What Young Thug say? Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-damn-doo. Running. Are you running away from this person, Scorpio? GPS. Boy, they trying to track you. Trap. You could be running away from this person because, or trying to, whatever this is. I miss you. Let's run away. Let's go somewhere. Let's take a drive. That's a trap. That's a trap. Feeling like shit. Feeling hopeless. And it said suicide right here. So again, definitely be careful. This person ain't got shit to lose. And when you're dealing with somebody who ain't got nothing to lose, they'll help you lose everything. If you catch my drift. Sweet talk. Don't let this... Sweet talk ain't gonna work. Laughter, joy, healing. Yeah, that's why they want some of that energy. They want some of your healing energy, Scorpio. They want some of that healing energy. If you catch my drift. Karmic lesson. And you know, it's funny that I said they want some of that healing energy. And this just shows her abdominal area where your solar plexus and your sacral. So it's just like, yeah. Yeah. They want that with that laughter, happiness, joy, healing. They want that. All right, Marvin Gaye. Cope. This person is, they could be going through a karmic lesson. Again, needing that mother and that nurturing energy. And because you're focused on self, they're kind of using some type of substance to cope with what they're going through. Again, feeling hopeless, feeling burnt out, exhausted. But again, see them bags? They ain't for you to carry. They ain't for you to unpack. Bad news. Uh-oh. True colors. Yeah, they shining through. They could have got some bad news about somebody they was being reckless with. Somebody's true colors could have came out. Or they saw a side of a person. You saw a side of this person. You like, Bad news is, yeah, I'm cutting ties. I've learned the lesson. It's time to move on. Love message. Remember that sweet talk at the bottom? But you see this connection for what it is. Karmic lesson. This person can have some type of addiction. You can no longer ignore. They painted the picture for you, true colors. You've seen that mask has slipped. Bad news is you're focusing on yourself. Somebody was out here being reckless. There may be communication regarding that, or may see a message. No strings. This person could have been moving reckless, like they didn't want no strings attached. So you like, bet. You could just imagine. You could just imagine that conversation. See how his hands are? You could just imagine that conversation. Like, you saying you don't want no strings attached and we both enrolled. So meaning we didn't got down with the get down, reckless love. Oh, because they only want your energy. They need that sacred energy. It's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing, Scorpio. Workplace affair. Could have met this person at work. Maybe there was a workplace affair. Now that's coming to bite them in the ass. Too late to apologize. I miss you. I said apologize, and they talking about that mean you closing out this cycle. Fake busy. Oh, so they was acting like they was busy out here on the scene, running, making excuses, wasting time, and now that shit didn't caught up with them. Okay. Now you see the truth. Awakening, illumination, discovery, truth. That this person may have had a sex addiction. They just out here just slinging it, creating karmic ties. They shady as fuck. And meanwhile, you just go focus on your career, be the boss bitch that you are, secure and confident. Meanwhile, they in their feelings. Because you ain't trying to hear it. You ain't trying to hear it. The delusion is real. Meanwhile, you cutting ties, standing up for yourself. You've awakened to the truth that look at the red string. It's just like, I'm not about to keep staying attached to somebody who's all about the nightlife, striptease, gamble, Vegas. They just road runner energy. This person could have been wearing a mask, and now that this fell off, everything is coming out. There could have been information that they were hiding, concealing, being deceptive. Now, they've hit rock bottom. And at the very beginning, we had healing and waves. And I said they didn't know shit got that deep. Now they realizing how deep shit is. They realizing that shit just got real. So, cross-watcher. If Scorpio ain't got shit to say, they ain't been talking, because they ain't got nothing nice to say. With that being said, Scorpio, that is all I have for you. When it comes to the overall energy for this weekend, Friday, April 17th through Sunday, April 19th. If you find that this resonates, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to bed. Have a good night.